Once upon a time, in a magical land, an evil queen
I will not let them defeat me.
unleashed a powerful curse.
The curse! It's here!
And banished every fairy tale character
Where are we going? Somewhere horrible.
to a place without magic.
Welcome to Storybrooke.
They don't remember who they are.
And for 28 years,
Do you know this man?
their lives and memories were stolen
No? Why? Who's he?
until
What's her name?
Her name is Emma.
the one person who could save them
Are you Emma Swan? I'm your son.
came back into their lives
Do you believe now?
and broke the spell. Now,
No! Charming.
their memories have awakened
What do you want?
and magic has returned.
Magic? In Storybrooke? Just stay back.
And with it comes a price
You're not gonna believe what I saw.
that everyone
That boy
must pay.
is more than he appears.
And that is how magic is made.
Until just recently, Storybrooke, Maine was a quiet, out-of-the-way place. To shed light on the notable events in this tiny town, we turn to Once Upon a Time creators Edward Kitsis and Adam Horowitz.
Well, Storybrooke is a town that in many ways is kind of lost in time. The curse was enacted 28 years ago in 1983.
The town itself is sort of timeless, which you'll see with the rotary phones and the cars.
This town was created with all these characters from all these fairy tales who don't know who they are.
So you have Jiminy Cricket is now Dr. Hopper, and Granny runs the diner with Ruby, who is, of course, Little Red Riding Hood.
Animals, I am so sorry.
The town's mayor is Regina Mills, the evil queen who enacted the curse that brought them all to Storybrooke. Regina's son Henry has not always seen eye to eye with his mother.
Where have you been? I found my real mom.
And when Henry's biological mother, Emma Swan, entered their lives, Regina tried everything she could to eliminate her.
I do hope you like apples.
What happened at the end of season 1 was Henry accidentally ate an apple turnover that had a sleeping curse in it.
I love you, Henry.
And Emma, with true love's kiss, awoke Henry and actually broke the curse.
I love you too.
In that moment, the residents of Storybrooke regained their memories. But as they celebrated a joyful reunion, a powerful force was about to descend upon the town.
Mr. Gold, otherwise known as Rumpelstiltskin, brought magic to this land.
Magic is coming.
He has now changed the playing field.
What is that?
Both good and bad can wield magic, and what is that going to mean for them in their lives?
Yeah, we know that magic always comes with a price, and a lot of this season is about paying it.
The Dark One summons thee.
And the first measure of payback came when Mr. Gold brought a wraith to Storybrooke.
This creature marks its victims and does not stop until it achieves its goal, which is sucking the very essence of its victim.
It's a
out
fairy
of them.
tale Terminator, really.
Yeah, but our heroes came up with what they thought was a clever plan to take the Mad Hatter's hat, which can create portals between worlds, and throw the wraith into it.
The plan worked, sending the wraith to another world. But it dragged mother and daughter along with it.
Mulan, what is that? That is what brought the Wraith here.
We have to get back to them.
The Enchanted Forest is not as you remember it. Leaving is unwise.
A lot of times we'll flash back to these characters in the lives they had before the curse, but this year we introduced the Enchanted Forest in present day, or as we like to say, a post-apocalyptic enchanted forest.
Mary Margaret had returned home, but the land she knew as Snow White had dramatically changed.
When the curse was enacted in season 1, there was a small pocket of fairy tale land that was protected.
This corner of the land was untouched. No one knows why. but something saved us.
And within that small pocket, there were characters who were still existing, among them Captain Hook,
Mulan and Aurora.
Lancelot.
Lancelot? Really? He's an old friend.
Well, a fake Lancelot.
Clever girl.
Where's Lancelot?
I killed him a long time ago.
Regina's mother, Cora, was among those who remained in the Enchanted Forest.
Where is she? Gone.
Emma, who is within hours of becoming a believer, finds herself in an actual enchanted forest.
Do exactly as I say and we might survive.
Thanks for the pep talk, but I think we're okay.
Have you ever seen an ogre?
Pretty sure I've dated a few. What is the plan? You haven't told me anything. What's going on?
Emma is a character who can handle herself.
Want to see where you're from, Emma? We're going home.
So Emma gets a little headstrong at first and is firing guns up into the air, but she doesn't know, well, you know what noise attracts?
Ogres?
Ogres. And fighting ogres is not easy, and it's more helpful when you have your mom with you.
Back away from my daughter!
For the first season, Mary Margaret was a school teacher who didn't have a lot of confidence. And now Emma realizes her mom is Snow White, who can take care of herself and knows how to kill an ogre.
When was the last time you shot an arrow? 28 years ago. Guess it's like riding a bike.
Emma goes from not believing that any of this exists to climbing a beanstalk to find the last giant so that she can find a compass to return home. And she does it rather deftly, I think.
Is that it? That's our home.
She also got to see where she was from for the first time.
I recognize this from Henry's book.
She's been on her own forever and didn't think she had any place that she was really from. And now she's discovering it's this magical land, and she's going to see the castle where she was supposed to be raised as a princess.
I lived here. Who's going to teach you how to walk in here?
It's this amazing mix of emotions for Emma of seeing what could have been for her.
We never got to be a family. We have a family in Storybrooke. Right now, they need us to get back there.
Their search for a way back home led to Rumpelstiltskin's prison cell. But Cora was also trying to get to Storybrooke. And the magic compass was her ticket.
We'd love to stay, but Storybrooke awaits.
Where are we going?
Lake Nostos. Its waters hold the power to restore what was once lost. We'll be able to cross worlds.
The Enchanted Forest is but one of many realms.
The stories that we know in our world exist in different realms. Some exist in the realm we call Fairy Tale Land, and some exist in the realm we call Wonderland.
You want to go in there?
There's another realm without color where we saw Frankenstein.
Good evening, Doctor. Rumpelstiltskin.
Foreigner.
What tipped you off my rosy complexion?
Things that can get you between worlds can work in many different ways. There is the hat, like the Mad Hatters.
Step back.
You can go through the looking glass to get to Wonderland. Then there are magic beans that can take you anywhere you want to go.
Welcome aboard.
But those are a rare commodity, and they were thought to be extinct.
Is this a bean? Can this make a portal?
It was destroyed like the rest of them.
So there are many different ways to travel.
Sparkly dirt. Wonderful.
Just the remains of a magical wardrobe.
You'll be able to see your daughter. And I can skin myself a crocodile.
Cora was a miller's daughter, and as a young woman, she and her father barely made ends meet. It was a difficult life.
You stupid, foolish girl!
What happened here?
The peasant fell, as they do.
You shall receive no money for the flower, and you will apologize to Ava.
Apologize? The wench tripped me.
Curb your tongue.
Cora has never gotten over the scars of her youth.
This woman tells me that she can spin straw into gold.
Magic is about emotion.
Cora found a mentor in Rumpelstiltskin, who taught her the ways of dark magic.
What do you want to do to them?
Cora's obsessed with power. She's obsessed with status.
I want to make them bow.
She's obsessed with winning at all costs.
Look.
I did it.
Rumpelstiltskin was the only man Cora ever loved. They were almost like soulmates.
The king humiliated me. I want to kill him, to show him his heart as I crush it.
I wanted a heart, and a heart I shall have.
Hearts are a commodity in some circles.
When you rip a person's heart out, you can control them.
Rise.
It becomes enchanted like a super heart.
It's perfect.
And it is able to be crushed or is able to be controlled.
That the two of you could have gotten the remains of the wardrobe.
Or stored in a vault for a rainy day.
These are all parts.
My mother was a collector.
And we see this season that it's not an easy skill.
Take its heart.
Regina struggled with it at first, and she can't do it to a poor unicorn.
And I had such high hopes. You're not hurting the beast. You're controlling it.
But when young Cora attempted to use this power to exact revenge on the king, she came to a realization.
Couldn't you take the king's heart?
I chose not to.
Whose heart is in the box?
Mine. You told me not to let anything stop me until they're on their knees. My heart was stopping me.
When she ripped her own heart out to break up with Rumpelstiltskin, he never got over that.
You never loved me.
The fact that she took her own heart out made her heartless, and that was what enabled her to do all the cruel acts she did. But if you ask her, she's doing it for the right reasons.
Her name is Regina. One day she will be queen.
She does love her daughter.
Yes.
And she does want what's best for her. It's just Cora's idea of what's best for her is probably not what any right-minded person's idea would be.
You ride like a man.
Theirs was a dysfunctional relationship.
Who's going to want to marry you when you behave like a commoner?
Cora wanted Regina from birth to be queen.
Yeah.
And Regina didn't always want that. She wanted love.
Let's go.
And when Regina tried to run away with the stable boy Daniel,
Mother!
Cora eliminated her daughter's true love.
Which, unfortunately for Cora, resulted in her being sent to Wonderland.
Years later, while planning the curse, Regina wanted to ensure her mother would not follow her to the land without magic.
It's now enchanted. It will enable you to rip out her heart.
So she sent Captain Hook to Wonderland to kill Cora.
What?
I'm the queen of hearts. Do you really think I'd be so careless as to keep my heart where everyone else does? This is how it's done.
But Cora and Hook found common ground, and the two joined forces.
When the curse was enacted, it was Cora who creates a shield that covers a corner of Fairy Tale Land where she and Hook can wait.
The curse won't last forever. It will end. And when it does, Regina will truly have lost everything. And then she'll need me. That's when we'll go to this new land.
Cora knows to reunite with her daughter, she's got to get to Storybrooke. When Emma and Mary Margaret find their way into Fairy Tale Land, Cora discovers the remnants of the wardrobe that sent Emma to our world to begin with, and that becomes the key to her plan to find a way back to our world and to Regina.
You're not going anywhere. This portal's taking us home. The compass, get it?
Snow and Emma had escaped from Rumpelstiltskin's cell and were determined to use Cora's portal to get back to Storybrooke.
Emma, run!
But Cora had other plans.
Goodbye, Snow.
Emma!
Oh, you foolish girl. Love is weakness.
Cora represents the darkness of magic. Emma represents the light.
No, it's strength.
Within Emma is magic
What was that?
and the ability to wield magic, and that's not something just anyone can do.
That is a great subject for discussion. When we get home,